Alright, ready to do a hive inspection on Team White. Give them a little spray down here, keep the guard bees a little busy. I've noticed that when I do that on this hive, it attracts quite a bit of ants, so I don't do that as much. And we'll open it real quick and find out where they're at. Looks like right in there. A few bees on that. They look like they're about 4 bars away from the space I gave them. And these guys are getting a little more upset. Give this inside a spray here real quick. That'll keep them busy. There we go. Got a drone out right here. Big old bee. No comb there. They've glued these down quite a bit. I think we're getting near. Working on that one. Here's the first comb right here. She's busy getting some nectar off I just did the inspection on Team Blue, and so she's helping herself to some of the nectar I pulled from there. Okay, so we got a lot more comb than last time we opened this. One of the questions that we have today is, when I was in here last time, the queen did not have a dot on her. That little bit of comb has mostly honey. And so they're working on drawing that down. Give them a quick spray, keep them busy. Okay. A lot of pollen, quite a bit of honey here. No brood. Just a lot of hard-working bees. That's one of those short bars that make this a little more difficult. And now we're getting to some full comb. This one's probably about 3/4 of the way across. Team Blue builds from the back to the front, and I want to give them a little spray here. They build from the back to the front, and they attach their comb to the observation window on that side of the hive. Team White doesn't seem to do that. This is a pretty full comb here. Mostly honey. Somebody's doing a little waggle right here in the center of that comb. See, we'll give her a chance to do it again, see if she's going to continue. They've got pollen here on this side and honey in the center. So still no sign of any brood here yet. When you handle top bar hives, the bars, you need to be careful which axis you spin them on. There's a lot of videos on that. I learned a lot of this from a couple of videos. One of the biggest ones being Out of a Blue Sky on shows you how to manipulate these very carefully. They're very strong in certain axes and not so strong in others, so you got to pick them up carefully when you do this. This is a very full comb, and this is a lot of the difference between Team White and Team Blue. Blue is building along the long axis of their hive more than Team White. Team White is building full combs all the way across from the front to the back, and Team Blue is building smaller combs, like about half. This is mostly pollen. The top of it is honey. Still looking for the queen. Now, part of what we're trying to determine today is, when I was in here the other day, I didn't videotape the first time I opened this, I saw the queen, but she did not have a green dot on her. And talking to my local beekeeper, the experienced guy, he's saying that I thought, well, they've worked the dot off her back. And he said, no, that's impossible. They can't do that quick. It could take them years to do that. So he said, you probably have a new queen. Which is interesting, I guess I should say. Now this is a full comb. I'll need to be very careful here. Here it comes out. Mostly honey. There is some brood in the mid-center of this. The bottom is empty, the top is full of honey. Some pollen along this edge over here to my right hand. Honey all the way across the top, and then brood in the very center. I have to look carefully for the queen here because I think she is unmarked. And I don't see her here. And we definitely have brood here, which is good. So whichever queen is in here, she is laying, which is great, obviously. It means we'll have some new workers. Okay, no sign of her here. Not a sign of a lot of brood there either. Yet another full comb, top to back. This one is right behind the, right behind this entrance hole. Very interesting how the two hives are building their combs so differently. I expect I might see the queen on this one. Though she is not there. This is brood right here. Oh. Got a bee that didn't make it from last time. I actually squished her. That's too bad. I don't like to do that. All right, still no sign of the queen. Mostly brood, honey on the top, a little bit of pollen on the bottom. And I do not see the queen on this one. Okay. This is where I found her the last time, was on this second comb. So we'll see what we find. Brood again. And lots. So whichever queen here she's laying, that's what's most important. Now I'm looking for her. I expect I would find her on this one or the next one. And you know, there's a possibility they just didn't mark it at the apiary. Though they seem fairly thorough, and that seemed a little unlikely. When I did see her, she was very yellow, and she looked like she was of Italian descent for sure. I've been told one thing you have to be, I'm living in the African bee area, and you have to be careful you don't pick up an African queen. This is largely brood, honey at the top, a little bit of pollen here and there, but a lot of brood, which is great. No sign of the queen. So we are certainly hoping that she's on this last one. I will have to go back and review my old videos to determine if she had a green dot on her. I don't really remember. This is the one that I put backwards. the first time. I put the queen cage in backwards and we couldn't see her. There's a drone. Certainly a bigger bee, but not a queen. No sign of her. I have not found her yet. Alright, definitely no sign of her on that one. I don't know why she would be against the side. And that's when I opened that comb she pulled off on that side. A lot of ants up here they're dealing with. I'll help them with that. I'm going to have to do something about ants on this particular hive. They are in it. And they are certainly here all the time. Could be that she is on another comb that I just didn't look at enough close. So I'll give them a quick look over again. No, this is brood.
Look at that, guys. Look at Daddy. See what he's holding? What's it called? Why is it called that?
Well, brood is where they hatch all their little babies.
No, don't do that.
It's so this
Keep
particular
going. You
honeycomb
don't want
is brood. I can't find the queen.
that. You think they lost the queen?
It's possible.
No way.
I haven't got a thorough look yet, but there's certainly no bees with a big green dot. So she was unmarked or she's gone.
Don't. Just stay here with Mommy and watch. So are they all hanging on that? Like what is that?
Yeah, that's bees. That's all bees.
I can't see because I don't have my...
Oh yeah, it's just covered in bees.
Is that a board or no?
It's a bar with their comb. They've drawn all that comb out on it. Here's the bee doing the waggle dance. Two bees doing the waggle dance.
Are they bumping you or
No, no, they've left me completely alone.
are there babies?
You know what? I don't know yet in this hive. I don't think so. The other one has them. I think the queen is gone.
So what does that mean for the...
I'm not sure. I'll have to ask Bob or somebody that knows. They might make their own queen.
honeybees? Where would the queen be?
I don't know. She might have died. Or she might have left.
So that's another one?
Yep. Now this is mostly honey and pollen, so I don't expect to see her here at all.
Okay, I wouldn't get any closer, but that's good. I know, that's what I'm saying. You need to be still. If they're around you, don't swat or anything like that, okay? You're doing great. You have to respect the bees. Respect the bees. Maybe one day they will. What are you going to do if they land on your hand and your arm? Good job, buddy. You want us to wait?
No, you can go ahead and go. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna probably go through them one more time and see if I can find her. Oh wait, there she is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yay!
I don't see the dot. Yep, that's her.
So she does not have a dot, but that's her for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely, there's the queen. I'll get it on camera so maybe I can show Bob. There's the queen on that comb. Right in the center now. No dot. She looks kind of small, so maybe she's a young queen. Maybe she hatched and the old one left. But
Sometimes they kill her.
yeah, he said sometimes they may blame her for the disturbance, but there she is. So we do have a queen. She looks pretty small. All right.
Yeah.
Now that I have her, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I just gotta put them away and let them all alone.
That's awesome. Daddy found the queen.
They stick their little heads up all the time and look at you like, you tap them and tap them and tap them. Then you have a stubborn every once in a while. This will be here. See, they're building full comb, I should say, all the way from the back to the front this way. Whereas the other hive is building half combs until they got to about here, then they started building full. Both are very straight. I'm not having any problems building off center or anything like that. Probably 5 minutes.
Okay, let's go, guys.
Depends on how cooperative they are at this point.
Okay.
So you see this little comb?
Oh yeah, let's
See that one? They're working on it.
I wish I could see better. Guys, stay there.
Yeah, if you come up slow and you got white on, you're okay.
That's as far as I'm going to come.
You see? It's just covered in bees.
Yes? That's a little comb?
Yeah, they're about halfway done with that one, and then I'll show you the next one real quick. I'll pick it up and show you how they start. Here's a tiny one.
Oh, look at that tiny little one. See? Guys, you need to move slowly, and you need to stop.
As long as you move slow, they'll leave you alone. They're not going to hurt anybody.
They're not going to hurt you. I just want you have to go slow. Did you see the little baby one?
Here, I'll hold it up. This is their youngest little piece of comb right here.
See, look.
See how white it is at the bottom?
Yes, it is white.
Pure white.
Pure white.
All right, ladies.
Is that me? No, you're not. Put it back on. Okay, guys, let's get a head start. Debbie's going to join us here.
Yeah, I'll probably catch up.
Okay. That's fine. One more time. Yeah. I don't want to go. Pick them for me. And only pick one. Okay. Daddy and I like to watch the flowers grow too. We don't like to pick them, they can't grow anymore.
All right, no bees in the hinge. Close the lid. So this one definitely has a new queen. I don't know if they picked her up somehow. I talked to Bob, the beekeeper, who is my local guy that I've been talking to. He joins us at farmers markets, and he said it's. I'd said, well, they've already worked the dot off of her, and he said, nah, they don't do that quick. That takes them years. So, the original queen that we purchased is not in here, unless she was unmarked, and I don't really know that, but there is a queen in there. She definitely looks small compared to the other queen in the other hive. But they do have one, and there was some brood in there. Now whether that's from the old queen or the new, who knows. But you can only hope that this is a fertile queen, and she's laying eggs, and this hive will continue. They're certainly doing a completely different job of building than the blue hive. But they are there, and they seem to be doing okay so far. So we'll let them go and maybe open them up again in a couple of weeks and see what they're doing.